So here we are, map number 2 of this best of 3. It's a semi-final. The winner of this obviously gets into the final and gets a bit closer to qualifying for the €600 monthly finals. Spawning up in the top right hand position as the yellow Protoss player, representing Max Flow, 1-0 up in this second game. It's Pal. His opponent to the top left, the red Zerg, representing AT Gaming. It is Elazer. I can't really say his name. It's because all I can see is Laser. Laser with an E in front of it, and it confuses me. My simple brain. Cannon Rush, of course, started this series, won the first game for Pal, and he's putting down another forge. If he Cannon Rushes twice, this is going to be funny. To be honest, if he wins with a Cannon Rush twice, the old expression, trick me once, shame on you, trick me twice, shame on me, would definitely come true. But for the moment, doesn't seem like it is. Pal just checking to make sure the gold wasn't sneakily taken, which does sometimes happen, believe it or not. Now going to come up and going to be marginally dismayed to find that there isn't a hatch first there. It's a bit of a shame. Up he comes, sees that it was a spawning pool first, the probe coming back down. Is he still going to risk the cannon? He is rallying this probe around, but I don't think he is. He's got enough money in order to get the Nexus down on the probe there, so he should do so. Nexus, after a forge, so not the most economic route taken. But, with a spawning pool down first, it's not the most economic route from Elazer either. Pal now just needs to get down some gateways. He's gone for a cannon nice and early to be safe in case there's a lot of lings coming at him. Of course, it's worth noting that these lings could be a little bit aggressive if they wanted to. Elazer just going to be coming to get some scouting information. He should see that the cannon's up already though, and that will prevent the lings from trying to get up the ramp, because to be honest, they're not going to fare too well. They could try and sneak through around here and minimise their cannon time, but I'm not sure that'd be the best use of them, and it looks like actually Elazer agrees that wouldn't be the best use. This poor probe is going to run into a bit of problems here. Will die. Not quite sure what he was planning. Maybe just checking to see when the third was taken. And Elazer is going to go for the third base of the gold, and that's by no means a guarantee, because a lot of Zerg players opt to take this third base down to the left. It's a little bit easier to hold, and there isn't really a massive benefit to taking the gold as your third base, other than needing less drones in order to saturate it fully. And actually having it as a fourth can be a lot more helpful. So interesting by Elazer there. Meanwhile, the probe backing away. The cannon's up though, so this will mean that the probe gets away safely. We've got a Zealot on its way out too. Spawning pool obviously hasn't started researching speed yet because no gases have been taken. Just a very normal pool hatch opening coming down from the Zerg player up against a forge into Nexus from Pal. Now though, Pal is going for the Stargate. Habitation Station has one very cool feature. Or, that's a lie, it has many very cool features. One of the coolest ones is that the air distance is really close by ground, which means that if you put a Stargate at the edge of your main base, as Pal has done, you can actually get over to your opponent exceptionally fast, almost as quick as on some bases you can proxy Stargate. Whether it's an Oracle, whether it's Phoenix, we'll have to wait and see. Oracle is generally going for a bit more damage, but actually going to be a Void Ray. Okay, this is fairly cool. This is better in the mid game, but has less harassment potential than an Oracle or Phoenix due to being so much slower. Can lead to some very cool timing pushes though with a couple of Void Rays there. Very frustrating. For the moment, the Zerglings are being forced back. A Spine and a Spore being constructed at the third after scouting that the Stargate's there. Elazer can see that it was a Void Ray in production. so knows that it's coming. Overlord is going to die. There isn't too many more out in vulnerable positions on the map, especially over this top dead space where a lot could easily get picked down. Now Pal, going to go for the greedy play, takes the gold base himself. Worker count is currently 46 to 37 in Elazer's favour, and that's mainly due to him pumping out a lot of Zerglings, 18 of them on the field. He also got supply blocked after losing the scouting Overlord, which is very frustrating. The Void Ray still moving forward. Overlords are of course armoured, so using prismatic alignment does have a benefit. And again, Elazer is supply blocked, and this is causing him some problems because these supply blocks keep on coming. Now got 5 Overlords simultaneously in production, and what that does is just adds another little bump, means that some lava are banked up, 13 sitting there doing nothing at the moment, and it's all giving Pal an opportunity to get a bit further ahead. Pal only down by 7 workers at the moment. His Void Ray still looking for any stray Overlords at any opportunity to deal some damage. But in a really good decision by Elazer, he's going for the Hydralisk Den. Unfortunately for Pal, he transfers some probes at the worst possible time straight into a pack of Speedlings. Takes down a good few of them. That is 5 worker kills there. Looking to get some more harassment through, but with a cannon, 2 sentries and a zealot completing the wall off, it's going to be exceptionally difficult for Elazer to be able to deal much damage there. But still maintaining good map control with these Lings. The Hydra's coming out as well, going to aid up against any air units. But all Elazer knows of at the moment is there's 1 Void Ray. He doesn't know if there's been any more produced. There hasn't, and that means that actually these Hydras are mainly there to try and deal some good damage. And Ling Hydra is stupidly effective against everything a Protoss has, apart from Splash. And that's exactly what Pal's going for now. The Robotics Bay coming down means that Colossus production can start, and once a couple of Colossi are out on the field, Ling Hydra is no longer an effective build against them. Until you get... Okay, it can be made work with a couple of Vipers, but it's by no means ideal. Pal loses that Observer. Does see there's a fair few Hydras on the field though. And this is where he needs to really fortify his position. The Observer, the Overseer, up on the edge here, will be able to grant vision of the high ground, allowing these Hydras to chip away at pylons. Force fields coming through, the sentries will need to be pulled back into safety. The first Colossus now out, rallied back to make sure that it doesn't get taken down. These Hydras do need to be a little bit careful, especially with that Colossus out now, but the natural base is where the majority of this assault is going through. Only 1 cannon there for the moment, the Mothership Core on its way back over. Does not have enough energy to Photon Overcharge though, and does get taken out. Elazer doing a great job of pushing through here, looking to be in a very nice position. Should get great damage done, if not win the game now. The Colossus falls, GG is called, and Elazer is able to take map number 2, leveling out this series 1-1.